So we're going to go with something different today. We are going to have pizzas. $4.49 for these pizza crusts. So we're going to figure out what to put onto the pizza. You can also get pizza sauce. So this can is $2.50. I think that's what we're going to go with. Kale mix. It's actually on for $3.60, so we'll go with that. So today we are going to do 2 meals for 4 people, and we're going to have leftover pizza crusts. So it was $29.96 for all of the ingredients here. If you buy a package of pasta from the local dollar store, it's $1.25. So just over $31 for 2 meals for 4, which is a good thing. We're doing pizzas with both vegetarian sausage, and I'm doing pepperoni and salami on mine. And then we are going to be doing pasta, because you can water down the pizza sauce, turn it into a pasta sauce with some of the sausage. So join along and we will see how this turns out. So the first thing we're going to do is get our vegetarian sausage ready. Because we're doing this for 2 preparations, we are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to crumble 2 of the sausages so that we can have crumbled sausage on the pizza, and we are going to slice the other 2 so that we can have them as slices within our pasta. So these are not a casing like you get on traditional sausage, they're just a plastic covering. So we're going to peel those off, and these are the Italian sausages that Alan likes. Lots of different flavors that they have available now, but whatever you prefer. Just going to peel all of this plastic. And then the next step is also going to be, we're going to pre-cook the vegetables, because I don't know if you've had a pizza with raw onions or greens or whatever on it. It's always best to cook your veg. It'll also make it easier to assemble our pasta when it's ready, because it's all about saving time, saving money, and getting this done. So we're just going to get these sausages peeled and ready to go. So I'm going to slice up 2 of the sausages. I'm going to preheat this pan. So the sliced will be for our pasta. Put a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil in my pan. While we are here, we're going to, typically I do this in the frying pan, but we're going to cheat. And that's not working very well. This is why I tend to use gloves. So this isn't crumbling quite as well as a traditional sausage would, which is fine. God gave me fingers, I'm going to use them. It's getting warm. And Solo has decided he likes the smell of the vegan sausage. Sitting at my feet, like, oh, that smells good, Mom. You can give it to me. So we have crumbled sausage for a pizza. We have sliced sausage. So I'll put all of this in, and it can obviously go in the same pan because it's all for the same purpose. So that's those getting to work. No sausage for you, sweetie pie. Watch, Mom. And I will turn on this because, like I said, we want to have these veggies cooked. So this is a pre-mixed kale blend. It was on for $3.60 and it's usually $6 a bag. So it's kale and Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, and pea pods. A little bit of broccoli as well. So we're going to just put that in there. It'll add some nice greens on our salad as well as on top of our, or within our pasta. And we might have a little bit of a salad to go with it. So put that out of the way. And this is to get a lot of that extra moisture out. Some people have issues digesting fiber when it's in the raw veg. So by doing it this way as well, you also cook out some of the indigestibility or whatever word you want to use for that. And I like making a mess on my stovetop, apparently. I'm going to get a larger pan because that is going to make a huge mess. And we will put that pan. I'm actually going to change these out. There we go. That'll work. The veg in this one and have that cooked out. And I'm going to use the whole thing. And again, the reason this was on sale is because it is best before tomorrow. It's still very fresh. There's no brown bits. It's not soggy. It's not wet. But it's good topping for the pizza. So we're going to let that cook down a little bit. And I'm going to check, and it says 450 degrees Fahrenheit for the pizza crust. So we're going to start that. 450. And we have that started. We'll let these cook down a little bit, and we'll be back in a little bit. So we are done with our sausages and our veg. So we've got the rawness out of those. So I'm going to pull those off. And I'm going to turn this one off. I have a pot of water here that I'm going to start for our pasta. And while that is going, we are going to get the pizzas started. So I have a big spoon. And these pizza crusts were $4.49. And again, it was, there's 4 crusts. You're not going to eat a whole pizza by yourself. I'm only making 2 pizzas for Alan and I because Alan's pescatarian and I want some meat on my pizza tonight. So I'm going to use half of my pizza sauce for the pizza, and then I'm going to use the other half of the pizza sauce for the pasta, because all of the ingredients in pasta sauce and pizza sauce are the same. You just have to adjust it a little bit. So I have as much sauce as I want on my pizza. And if I say that word too often, my dog is going to get a little upset. He thinks the person coming and delivering the round food product is what he is barking at. So anytime I say that word, he's like, ooh, he gets all excited. So I've got some pepperoni. And I'm going to have lots of leftovers. $30 is going to go further than just 2 meals. And some salami. And I will get another spoon. we've got Allen's crumbled sausage meat. Well, technically not sausage meat, but you know, phony sausage. And then I've got the veg. A little bit of green, a little bit of purple. Do the same on mine. Am I getting the thumbs up? Is that enough veg? I got the thumbs up, so I think that's a good thing. So I'm just going to crank that heat because it's not quite ready. And this was probably one of the more expensive items. As you all know, cheese and meat is really pricey these days. I'm not quite impressed because I like cheese. There's never enough cheese. But we will definitely have leftovers of this as well. So load up your pizza whatever way, whatever quantity you want of it. And it says 6 to 8 minutes. So we're going to put that in the oven and pull it out when it is ready. So as I mentioned, I am using the second half of my pizza sauce because pizza and pasta sauces are primarily the same ingredients. This one just tends to be a little bit sweeter and sometimes thicker. So add a little bit of vegetable or chicken stock, add water. This one's actually fairly runny, so I don't think that's going to be necessary, but I will add Italian seasoning. I do like my pasta sauce to have quite a bit of Italian seasoning, so if you have it at home, do use it. If you don't use it. And if you weren't making an extra dish, you could go with a smaller can. They had a half size, just like you can get the tiny tomato paste containers. They also had a half size pizza sauce as well. But because I was trying to stretch my budget, so that just looks like a regular pasta sauce. If I wanted to add garlic, if I had extra in the fridge, I could do that. But again, stretching the budget. We're going to keep that on low so it doesn't splatter. Wait for the water to boil on the pasta, and we will have both items assembled in roughly 8 minutes. So my pasta is now done, so I'm going to drain that. I did add about 2 tablespoons of pasta water to my pasta sauce and a little bit of salt and pepper, just so that I could do that. I'm going to turn that one down and move it out of the way. Get my other frying pan back out just so I have room to stir everything together. Again, the pasta was $1.25 at our local dollar store. If you have it at home, which is what I actually had, but it would add $1.25 to your budget. We have our pasta, we have our veg, Olive Allen's vegan sausage. I am going to add a little bit of more Italian seasoning because again, it's the flavor profile I like. And we are going to put in our pasta sauce. If you wanted this to be a baked pasta, you could put some of the leftover mozzarella on top and put it in an oven-proof dish and make it a baked pasta dish. I am actually going to be putting this in containers into the freezer so that I don't have to cook. So we are going to stir this up. Mix all of that. And this is a completely, I will say vegetarian, not vegan. I cannot ensure that the pasta is vegan. So this is a vegetarian pasta dish. So I'm going to dish that up. Then our pizza will be just about ready to come out, and I'll show you the end result in just a minute. So this is our 2 meals for 4 people for $30. I would go with a half a pizza per person. It's going to be less than that for Alan and I. It's going to be like a quarter of a pizza. And then we have 4 containers. That's enough for 1 large serving or 2 servings. So we have $29.96. We have 4 servings of our pasta with the vegan sausage. We have the 2 different types of pizza that we had created. We still have half a bag of the mozzarella cheese. We have some pepperoni and salami remaining, and 2 additional pizza crusts. I'll probably turn these into like tortilla chips. But $30, 2 meals for 4 people with leftovers to make snacks or munchies. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you have any other tips, suggestions, or questions, please feel free to reach out. Stay well, stay safe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.